think happy describes what I'm feeling with the car protected the way it is right now. And I would recommend this for anybody, with a good investment. Service is great. I mean, you did a bang up job. You said 3 days and you delivered.
Hey, it's Bill here with Immaculate Paint Protection. So we're standing in front of a 2022 Tesla Model Y. Just came in the shop this morning. We're getting it prepped up right now. Dan's gone ahead already and he's got the wheels rinsed all the way around. The wheels have been cleaned up, car's been rinsed off, foamed down. We just sprayed a bunch of iron decon, fart juice on the car. I say we, I mean Dan. So we're gonna let the iron decon dwell up a little bit. The iron particles are embedded from, if it's been shipped on a rail car, which I don't think these are, but if it's been sent outside, sent out in California after it's been produced, there could be some iron embedded in the particles. Burn those off. We're gonna foam it up once more. Foam it up, rinse it off, foam it up again. 2-bucket contact method wash, rinse it off, dry it off, and then we're on to PPF. So it's a full body PPF. We're gonna use SunTek Ultra for this. Full body PPF, so every panel is gonna be covered with paint protection film. Paint protection film stops all the rock chips and all the stone chips from tearing up the vehicle. Tesla's got 1,395 miles on it. Repeat customer, so we already did one of his cars. Unfortunately, he got that vehicle's totaled out, so came back to Immaculate Paint Protection to have his car taken care of. Watch along for the process, guys. We're going to download the computer cut patterns for this 2022 Tesla Model Y. This is core software from SunTek. It's their own proprietary software that we get access to when we buy their film. It's to base it in. So we're gonna open the vehicle up, and here are all our options. A-pillar, full fender, full hood. So this is something interesting here. Here's the fender. There's the cutout right there. This cutout right here is for that camera. That camera controls a full self-driving feature. What's nice about having this cutout here, what's nice about using the computer cut kits, is the fact that we're not gonna disassemble this car. This is a brand new Tesla. That camera right there is a critical safety feature that runs the full self-driving mode. So I don't wanna take the responsibility of taking this car apart. You take the car apart, there's the potential to break some clips back there. Then let's just assume you can take it off and put it back in, but you have broken clips, so now you potentially have this camera falling down the road. It sets you up for a bad day by taking these cars apart. So when you see these cars taken apart here, or you see this trim, that black trim around the wheel arch taken apart, what the subtle inside information is the fact that that's showing you that installer, that shop, does not have access to patterns, or they don't have access to a plotter. We have the hood available, bumper, doors are available, handle, wrapped, unwrapped, we can pick our options. Tesla trunk, rear bumper, they're the quarter panels. This quarter panel right there to the back. We're gonna select these patterns, we're gonna select the wrapped option. We always select the wrapped option. What's wrap means? It means that every edge that we can extend the material and go around the wrap around, we do. That's up to, we always follow the patterns that are designed by the pattern designers, pattern engineers. Headlights are available too. If you don't do a full body Tesla, we definitely recommend this A-pillars up on top here. It's basically the area Dan's touching right now. If you don't do a full body, we recommend the rocker panels, which is the lower section here. If you got any questions, give us a call. So we're ready to go ahead and cut this. We've laid out the bumper, the fenders. We've moved them around. This is our paper space, or this is going to represent the film coming through the plotter. And the hood's on here. Now we went ahead and we turned the badge off. We'll take a badge off just because if we did cut that out, there would be a seam on that hood and it'll get dirty. And then the other thing too is people are very proud of their Teslas. Obviously, you spend a lot of money on it. That's why you're protecting it. But the badge we've always noticed is a showpiece. So, people go up, they want to take a picture of that badge. So having it as clean as possible, the cleanest install possible, is what we want to do here. Now we're going to cut the film. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to load the film up to the plotter. There's 3 pieces we need to cut for this to work. There's a brand new machine in the background. We're in the process of ramping it up. We know this machine works today. We got to get this job done for the client. After the film is cut, Dan will come over, he'll weed it out, and then we'll start the install process. We've got 3 big pieces cut. The first piece was basically the full front clip, which is the bumper, the fenders, the hood, the mirrors, and the headlights. The next piece, which was really long, and you saw that come off the table, Not gonna lie, I get a little nervous when we run that much material through the plotter. We've had things skewed, jammed up. Didn't happen today, so that's really pretty good. So we're winning on a Monday, which is always a nice way to start the week. And then the third piece was the back end, the hatch, the bumper. Those are the main pieces there with that. As you can see, Dan's behind us right now. Dan's gonna go through and do the weeding process, picking off, weeding, picking off. We're removing the pieces of film that we don't want, that we don't need. Here's the SunTek Ultra that we ran. That was a full roll, so now we're kind of skinny. One of the things we like to do here, make sure we have plenty of material in stock. So if somebody drops in, we can always offer them exactly what they want. If somebody wants to upgrade to a different film, or if they, their economics, they want to buy the less expensive option, or they want to add more film on, I always want to be ready for our clients. And then when that happened, UPS came and dropped off another box of SunTek sitting at the door there. So exciting Monday. We'll keep on rocking here. Okay, so we're still working on the 2022 Tesla Model Y full body PPF, paint protection, stops all the rock chips, all the stone chips from tearing up the vehicle. Full body means we're gonna do every single panel of paint protection film on here. So here's where we are, we're midway through the process. You've seen us prep wash the car, you've seen us put it up on the race ramp so we get it elevated to do the front end. We've been working down the doors, something you've probably noticed a little bit differently. I'm using these 32-ounce spray bottles right now. We're dialing in the soap solution. The soap solution is really too much soap in the panel, the piece of PPF. If we put too much soap in, the PPF piece will just fall right off the car. And that's bad, right? So it falls off the car, it hits the ground, the floor's super clean in here, but still, you get contamination on it, and it's just harder to work with. Too little soap and the adhesive on the PPF will instantly grab, and you can't move it around, you can't manipulate it. Then you wind up with a whole host of defects. So I jump into the 32-ounce bottles. Yesterday we did 1.5 ml, so 1.5 ml, and then we did 1.7, 1.6, 1.75. So now I'm running 2 milliliters of soap. Not that that really matters to you. Point is, it just takes a while to get this danced in sometimes. It's in the wintertime in the Northeast PA right now, so we got the heat on in the shop. We're trying to run a shop at 72 degrees. So we have both doors on, got the lights on. Since yesterday, WRX STI showed up. It's not a WRX. That's not a WRX, right, Dan? It's an STI. STI. So Dan's super excited. We got a Subaru in the shop. It's dirty, gonna get cleaned. It's in here for ceramic coating. Dan's knocking out the prep on the STI. Bill's gonna be knocking out, finishing up the Tesla today. Dan's home for the evening. We moved out. We moved the Subaru to the back of the shop. Right now we got to get some soap solution mixed up. Went home, grab some dinner, talk to the wife, the silent partner. Spend some time with her, keep the silent partner silent. Everybody's happy. Then we're going to jump into the front here. Hood frunk on this Model Y. Then we'll jump in, we'll do the bumper. Everything's going pretty good so far. Now that we got the soap mixtures coming in, looks good. Now we're getting ready to put the full, what we consider our full front end package on. Full hood, full fender, we'll do the bumper, and then we'll do the mirrors also. Here are the pieces cut out. So right now, this fender here, as you can see, cut out that's for, this fender here is cut out for the passenger fender. So we were talking about that earlier when we were cutting it out. This is, to me, this is the whole reason why if you're looking for a shop to do your PPF, at a minimum, you want to get computer cut patterns and you want to get those computer cut. There's no way we can put that bulk, which means just a big cut piece on there and trim around this camera, if you're a Tesla guy or Tesla gal, you know that this camera is not only the Sentry mode, but this is gonna be part of the full self-driving feature of the vehicle. So I really don't feel comfortable taking this camera off the car. There's plenty of YouTube videos on there. Go watch them do that. And typically what happens though is you run a risk. There's 2 press clips and 3 hard clips. One of those clips is gonna break when that camera comes out. And then this has to be taken down. So, you run the risk of having this thing broken, which means it doesn't go back in. So if the shop's honest, they break it, they'll tell you, oh crap, we couldn't put it in. Tabs broke off. Now with the way the world right now, supply chain issues, you could be, I don't know how long it takes. I've heard it's taken, 3-4 months potentially to get parts from, different auto manufacturers. So I don't want to run a risk of, first the paramount is I don't want to run a risk of taking a critical safety feature apart on somebody's brand new car. That's why we're not going to take the cameras out. That's why we're going to have a computer cut and there's going to be a seam here, but I would rather run the risk of having a seam of PPF on here and knowing that you're safe driving down the road. The other thing that we've seen on these Ys that we do differently here is that for that to be bulk, you'll see somebody, they'll pop this trim piece off. So if you see somebody doing install PPF and they're bragging they're doing a custom job, they'll have this off. Well, this, if you've seen in these Tesla videos, all these plastic trim pieces are put together with plastic clips. When they design the trim pieces, when they design these cars, they're usually designed to go together, not to come apart. That's why we have 2 different plotters in the shop. That's how strongly we believe in computer cut kits, computer cut patterns, using the technology to have a better install for you. So there's no reason to take any of this. We've seen guys taking front bumpers off of cars, taking headlights out. There's no reason to disassemble a brand new vehicle, period. There's no reason to disassemble a brand new vehicle, period. So we're not gonna take the trim off the car to do any of this. So if you want your brand new car taken apart, and that's what the other guy's telling you, that's fine, but just realize that when they're taking your car apart to put PPF on, there's some inherent risk here that you are assuming. So that's where we are. So now we're gonna get back into it. So we're gonna install, we'll put the fenders on, we'll put the mirrors on, we'll put the bumper on, the front or the hood piece on. We came in, we got the front clip done, we got the bumper done, tailgate was seamed in, so that's not that one piece where you take off the tail lights and stretch like hell and then you have to go back and trim. It's gonna look pretty good. Everything's on the car, we're gonna let it set overnight. We get the temperature set to 72 overnight. That's gonna help any water evaporate. 3 or 4 gallons of water, there's gonna be some water still under the film. Sitting inside the shop overnight with the heat's gonna help it dry out. It's gonna be freezing tonight. I think it's gonna be 15 degrees here in Allentown. So we'll keep it inside. All the film's on the car. So tomorrow morning we're gonna come in, we're gonna wipe it down. It's really, it's a good spot. We're gonna wipe it down. We're gonna go over all the edges. We're gonna go over all the edges with the heat gun. So it's gonna give us 2 things. One, it's gonna make sure, just visually touching it, looking at it, that's a good way to make sure all the seams are down. Seams, edges, whatever you want to call it. Also the heat on there too, pressure sensitive adhesive, that's the technology here, so PSA, pressure sensitive adhesive. So we'll put some pressure, we'll put some heat to it. That'll also help ensure that the edges are down. There's no fancy marketing terminology for edges lifting or anything like that. There is some companies out there marketing magic edge lock technology or whatever nonsense marketing gizmo words they're using, that's BS. There's no film that has magic edge lock. You just have to get the film down. So you got to go through, you got to put the time in. There's probably more time spent after the film's installed than there is actually laying down the film. The laying down the film, the squeegee and moving your hands through really goes quick. That's the whole thing with it. So overall, I mean, the car is looking good. It's going to look better. We'll get the garbage bag off to keep the wheel and put some tire dressing on the tire. We'll put the tire dressing on at the very end of the job. Because I don't want to get tire dressing anywhere near this car. Anything that's slick that could interfere with the bond, that can putting contamination on the paint. Don't want to do that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. Full body Tesla. This is SunTek Ultra. All in all, really great day. Very last step we gotta do, it's gonna go through our outgoing quality procedure, quality inspection. So we've already wiped the car down. We've already looked at it 2, 3, 4, 5 times now. I'm gonna look through it one more time. We're looking for key defects at this point. I would rather find the defects myself than have the client. In the off case, if the client does find something, they give me a call, we take care of it. It's just that simple. So again, we're almost ready to go. We got the car all wiped down. It's been here for 3 days, so we put it on the charger one last time. It needs 15 minutes of charge. So final inspection, we'll get it, we'll take some more pictures of it. Deanne's gonna look over with it. We're making a little goodie bag for the client to take home with them. Client's gonna come, they're gonna smile, give us some money, another good day. So another Tesla Model Y, protected paint protection film with Immaculate Paint Protection. This time we used SunTek Ultra. Went on really nice. We're really happy with the way the SunTek Ultra is looking. So I can't wait till the client gets here. I'm sure they're gonna be excited to see the brand new Tesla looking this nice. We did a complete full body PPF. Paint protection film was put on the vehicle to stop all the rocks and stones from chipping up the vehicle. So these Teslas with the flat front end will take up a lot of impact going down the highway, going down the turnpike, going 70, 80, 90 miles an hour down the road. Rocks, stones getting chipped up, thrown up from other cars are gonna destroy the front end of this Tesla. This car is looking great in red. We put SunTek Ultra PPF on it. Every panel, front end, hood, full fenders, down the doors, up the sail panel. Owner's gonna be here in a couple minutes to pick it up. It's his second Tesla, he said, done with us. Unfortunately, his first Tesla he did, he loved the job so much. Unfortunately, that car was in a wreck, it was totaled out. They got some insurance money out of it. They got a new, went from the 3 to the Y, so they came back to Immaculate Paint Protection immediately. They wanted full paint protection film. We do 4 things to Immaculate Paint Protection: quality, 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 and customer service. Our customers keep coming back to us, so we're really grateful for that. A couple more minutes, sir, we'll see the customer in. We got the car turned around, it's been wiped down, it's all shined up, ready to go. So he can go drive this car for 100,000 miles and it's still gonna look this new, this great. So if you got any more questions, contact us at immaculatepaintprotection.com. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
How are you? Jim's back here for the second time. We've talked about his Model 3 before. Jim just walked over. I'll stand back. Jim, what do you think? This is the second time. Are you happy, sir?
I'm ecstatic.
All right, great.
I mean, I don't think happy describes what I'm, feeling with the car protected the way it is right now.
Awesome.
And I would recommend this for anybody, with a good investment, right, to protect it. And that's the end game right there.
Great. How was your service in Immaculate Paint Protection, Jim?
Service is great. I mean, you did a bang-up job. You said
Thank
3
you.
days and you delivered.
Yeah, 3 days we were here. We got you on time. Well, we took, like I said, we invite you back in 3 to 4 weeks. We'll give you the follow-up wash. We'll go over the car again. We'll show you how to wash it. We'll show you how to maintain it.
Okay.
You got any questions for us today?
No. Right now, I'm just happy that it looks great.
Great.
I mean, the shine that any paint protection film that gives you that kind of shine, it deserves.
Yeah, I know you talked about a competitor's film, and then we talked to you about SunTek Ultra, and so you've obviously done a lot of research on the competitor films and the SunTek Ultra film. And you also had the Ecstatic film on your other car. What do you think about the SunTek Ultra film after you see it now?
Right now, I mean, in comparison to the last film that you had put on we had a Model 3. So
correct.
This is now Model Y that we had just taken delivery of. I think this has a more adhesive type of look than the last one
Sure.
we had put in. I mean, in comparison to, and I've, like you said, I mean, I've done some research between Expel and this.
Correct.
Not a lot of difference in quality of the product.
Okay.
But you had mentioned one thing. I mean, with how Expel is made in comparison to the SunTek.
Correct.
So I'll take your word.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I think this is a great looking film. The film you had before did have a ceramic coating infused into it already. Now the SunTek has a great top coat on it. It's very stain resistant, but it doesn't have that ceramic protection in it. If you want the ceramic protection, that was obviously the upgraded film we talked about, SunTek Reaction. But I think this film is going to be great for you for what you need. It's a 10-year film versus a 12-year film and the ceramic on Reaction, but yeah, I think we got you exactly what you need here, sir.
Yeah, and like you said, I like washing my car. So.
Great, yeah, you're going to wash it, you're going to keep it clean, so yeah, we'll get you all set up.
The question I have, this can take on another type of what do you call it? Any type of cleaning or hyperbolic type?
Yeah, exactly. So I gave you some Geon Bathe
Yeah.
soap. I'd recommend using that. I'd recommend Geon Cure as a top coat, as a sealant layer on this. We did put Geon Cure on top of this before you came out today, so you can see how that works to it. Technically, you can wax paint protection film, and I get that question a lot. I tell people to stay away from the wax just because we did computer cut the film.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some seams here,
Yeah.
potentially. You can't see it,
Right.
but you get white wax in there, and that's going to start getting dirty.
Okay.
And that's where a lot of times on a great looking film, if it looks dirty, it's because there's wax built up. That's why we recommend the sealants, Jim. We recommend the sealants because they won't leave that buildup in there. So a
You're
simple.
talking about the paste.
Yeah, the paste wax. I wouldn't recommend paste wax. I recommend the new. And the other benefit with the sealants today is that the sealants are going to last months, not weeks.
Right.
All right. So a paste wax you might get 2 to 3 weeks out of. A good sealant you're going to get 1, 2, 3 months out of it based upon the conditions you drive in.
Cool.
Yeah. So I think you're in a good spot here.
Yeah. All right, thank you.